Hello, friends. Something very important happened yesterday that brought me to some conclusion that I have understood in the holy books. Talk about it, and it's so important. It's so important, and I would like to share it with you. Probably would help some people. Uh, I went about an hour and a half to another town to help my grandson to fix his car. And while I was working, I'm 76 years old. While I was working under the car and up, and fixing, he lives in an apartment project. And a lady came with a cart and said, "Sir, you can't work on your car in this property." And the statement had really touched my heart. So got up, went close to her. I said, "Ma'am, so if there is a single mother here with few children or elderly man or woman, would you kick them out just because they work on their car?" And she looked at me. She said, "I didn't make the law, so I'm sorry." I said, "Yeah, that's true." So one thing I want to share with you is it says in the Bible about, make no mistake, God will not be mocked. For a person will reap what he sows. Amazing. For the one who sows for his flesh will reap corruption from the flesh. But the one who sows for the Spirit will reap eternal life from the Spirit. Galatians 6, 7 through 8. These two items of flesh and soul and spirit is so important, as we see in TVs, in movies, in people's actions, how these two elements within us are doing things, conflicting things within us, and creating a lot of stress. When I mentioned that to her about providing someone to come and help a person, she realized that yes, the laws are not correct. Having 100 apartment and making $1,000 out of each apartment, making $100,000 a month, and making the law that you cannot work on your car. So the person have to take his car to a parking lot of Walmart and do the work on that. The greed that has afflicted us, our spirit, our body, our mind, has an opposite of it. Generosity, sharing, giving. Imagine all these pains around the world, all these wars, all this trouble that's going on is from the greed, from wanting more without deserving, and desiring more. And here the Bible speaks about the conflict between spirit and flesh, and you reap what you sow. Amazing thing is important, so important. Again, I want to make this thing as brief as possible. I would like to mention another verse that talks about the character of the person, the mental and the moral quality of an individual. Distinctive to him is his character. If that character does not have qualification, responsibility, and a good character, how can you give him power and wealth? You will corrupt him more. Here again, it says the fruit of Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Against such things there is no law. Please pay attention to these ingredients, because I will read for you the opposite of them. Galatians 5:22 through 23. Now this was the fruit of Spirit. Now here it says fruit of flesh, sexual immorality, impurity, debauchery, idolatry and witchcraft, hatred, discord, jealousy, fits of rage, selfishness, selfish ambitions, dissensions, factions and envy, drunkenness, orgies, and the like. Galatians 5:19 through 21. Imagine these two ingredients within a person, what the outcome of it is. Make every effort to supplement, to support your faith. These two ingredients, spirit and flesh, need to be nourished, need to be fed. And here is a suggestion. Make every effort to supplement, to support your faith with goodness. Goodness with knowledge. Knowledge with self-control. Self-control with endurance. Endurance with godliness. Godliness with mutual affection. And mutual affection with love. 2 Peter 1:5 through 8. Imagine these things that God is talking to us about it. That we need to nurture these things, otherwise the conflict of the soul will come up and your character becomes horribly wrong. Again, faith without action is null and void. Without action, we can't just worship God. To whom much is given, much is required. This is why when I asked the lady, can you be of any help? Rather than coming over here and seeing two people struggle and say, you can't do this here. What is this law? Who makes these laws? And it's in all levels, government levels. Any system that you see, this is in the same level. Each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms. Makes a person cry. Each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms. 1 Peter 4:10. 10. Can you imagine this? If someone with the good character read this thing, will not change? And the final thing I will share with you, this is in James 2, verses 14 through 17. What good is it, my brother, if someone says he has faith but does not have works? Can that faith save him? If a brother or sister is poorly clothed and lacking in daily food, and one of you says to them, "Go in peace, be warmed and filled," without giving them the things needed for the body, what good is that? God is asking, what good is it if you just tell the person, go feed yourself, be warm? So faith by itself, if it does not have works, is dead. James 2, verses 14 through 17. My dear brothers and sisters, please, it's very important we look at the laws, both in government level, in any level. Look at the laws that people have established, people who have been given power and money without deserving it, and it actually have corrupted them beyond imagination. We have to change it. Evil starts when good men and women do nothing. We have to do something about this. Speak out at least. God bless you. Thank you very much.